shit. It's always some shit.
Oh, and watch your mouth. This show. Watch.
Sir. Yo, this is Coach's Corner on the network. Biggest boss in the building.
Yeah.
Come on.
Back off that real quick.
Yeah, definitely. What's up? What's up? Oh, it's Danny C. What up, my guy? You already know where we
What's happening, guys?
Hey, listen, it's been a while, but I had to bring it back. Can't be taking a break too long. The other shows on the network will start gaining ground, and that's not going to happen no time soon. But you already know where we at and who it is, man. It's Don Massey, head of Driven Minds. You already know, man, the guys that's driving your minds to greatness pinned up inside you. We're doing great things in the DM. Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. Had to delay it a week, but it's okay. There's something that had to be done. Had some other things brewing and everything. But, as you can see, the all-star cast is right with me. Obviously, let's start it off with the engineer. Today, I sound good, y'all. So I think you need to raise. You already know. Brandon from Sam Sports is in the building. Yeah, Brandon, man, tell them about what you got going on in the #1 show on Sam Sports Network, Coach's Corner. Go ahead, man. Why don't you talk about it, man? You can.
So listen. First time, just for DM, to let him know how much I appreciate him being on the network. We have the SMN Radio Network, and this is the first show being streamed live to the station. This is the first show. I just dropped the link in the comments, and he got the first show, and I'm listening to it in my ear, so it sounds clear and everything. I got you, sir. I got you.
Yes, sir.
I got you, sir. So SMN Radio runs 24/7. We got shows, we got interviews coming up. I got some artists, we got stuff going on. Now, listen, I'm always trying to grow. I will find a way. I will find a way. I promise you, I will find a way. You're gonna grow. Hey, Daniel, you got like 17 podcasts. We're gonna talk this week. No, I'm sorry.
Let's go.
After Mother's Day. Let me get that out the way.
I appreciate that. My wife appreciates that.
Y'all already know, like he's heard, Sam Sports is doing big and major things that we're trying to grow consistently, brick by brick, as they say. But you're right, Brandon. I think you might need to get football talk up there. I'm just saying it might be a good idea to get him up there to get a segment. Danny C, man, tell him about that Chamberlain football consultant and what you got going on. You had a great show the other day. Wanted to tell you that it was what'd you do? Aired it Tuesday, I want to say it was.
Yeah, Thursday. I had a KAAA come out. Went up to Kentucky. Yeah,
that was good.
I'm Coach Daniel Chamberlain here in Northeast Oklahoma. I do a few podcasts, as Brandon said, 17-ish. We do the football coaching podcast with Joe Daniel, and then the Coaching 101 podcast. You can catch me there with Coach Kenny Simpson. Both absolute studs in the industry. Love talking ball with those guys. I started another one called Voices of the Heartland. That's just kind of my let people that don't ever get recognized podcast. We've talked about it a lot with a lot of good people there. I get that one go back rolling again. I kind of let it go stale for a little while. Chamberlain Football Consulting over on Patreon is where I try to make monies, basically helping coaches. Whatever you need. You need to learn how to make graphics for your team, how to set up social media, how to run power. I don't care. Whatever. I mean, I'll share everything I've got with you. Find a Patreon tier that's right for you, and let's hook up.
So I'm talking about all my New Jersey, DMV, all of my guys down at OK. Look, man, hook up with them. Let's get to it, man. There's no reason why you can't get your team to the next level with these type of resources around. And it's not just football, or how should we say, because it's a whole new standard now, fellas. It's not just boys football, but we gotta let everybody know we got girls flag football too, moving pretty well. They say it might be an Olympic sport, and I believe I'm going to have the first Olympic head coach right here. Coach C, tell them where you from and how you doing, big dog.
What's going on right now? I'm just a guy right now, but currently we're doing our girls flag football at DePaul Catholic. Girls are doing very well. Entering the last week of the regular season. Playoff starts in 2 weeks. But it's fun, man. The girls are loving it. I got a lot of girls in. I got 30 girls on the team. Just had a tough loss this past Friday against the number one team in the division. So it's very competitive. And it's more physical than people think. You got the term flag on it, but it's a very physical sport. Dan,
how many rings do you think you're going to get with that sport, Coach? And how big are they?
That's to be determined, right? This year we got a stacked team, so we try to get a ring for this one, and then I'm going to OD with this one. It's girls. You got to have the bling for the girls.
Does
the ring have like flags falling off of it? They just enlace.
It might have it hanging off the side, thrown at them. We like you said, Dan. Let's get our shades on, because it's going to be that type of moment.
Right.
Don't do that. Right. No, I'm always ready.
Oh, so my shades are in the other room. These are my blue light glasses or whatever.
Hey. So listen, man. Like you said, flag football. I mean, it's hit like wildfire. We can all talk about across the nation. And in New Jersey, she has definitely turned it up an extra notch with the DePaul girls. And I tell you, just from my experience from dealing with girls, there they go. They're the queens right there. There we go. From my personal experience, man, and she just helped me out. The girls put a lot of pride into like working hard, just making sure they can accomplish learning the plays and executing and learning, catching the ball and running. Just talk to us about that girls flag football thing. Because again, I'm watching from the outside looking in, and it looks like a lot. I mean, boys need to step your game up, because it's whoop. The pride levels are at an all-time high.
Yeah, it's fun, man, because coming from coaching boys for so long, you transition to coaching girls, they have no idea what's going on. So you really have to teach from the ground roots, So it's like, all right, get on the line of scrimmage. Well, coach, what's the line of scrimmage? Right. So it's that type of teaching where you got to go all the way down to the basics, because they don't know, the little intricacies of football. They're just out there playing. So from a teaching standpoint, it's fun. It's because now you become a better teacher when you go back to the boys. Boys, they know football. So now, because I'm teaching with the girls, it just makes me a better coach when I go back to the boys. And as far as the competitive spirit, it's girls. They're competitive. You just got to get it out of them. And this past Friday was a test of how competitive it really got. It was a big game. A lot of girls, they play soccer, basketball, so they already have that competitive nature in them already. So now that you add the dynamic of flag football, it goes to a whole new level.
Hey B, let's run that video, man. Let's show them what we're talking about, man. What we seeing out there. There you go, Dave. I
That's
got a little caught up. There he is with the shades on. You guys seen him in the beginning.
All right, so for the 17 people that's listening on the radio station, what are we watching here?
We are watching DePaul Catholic girls flag football team taking on top-ranked Newark Central girls flag football team. This was a very competitive game. Shout out to Coach Mark Ingram. Coach Sheed, he said he definitely tips his hat to you. You do your homework. You had the girls very prepared. And so what we watching here is, again, Sheed's defense kind of being in full display along with the offense. I've seen some of the girls running the ball and everything too. So you see them catching the pass right there. But I want to just go on a limb. I'm telling you guys, just from what I've seen, Coach Sheed and the DePaul girls team, this is not a public-private thing again right now with girls flag football. Everyone's playing everybody. And his schedule has been very, very serious, okay? Like, North Jersey flag football might be really good anyway. And I know, like we talked about, he took on West Orange at West Orange, and he beat West Orange, okay? Was that a shutout, or that was a 13-point win?
Yeah, that was another shutout. So right now, my defense has 5 shutouts this year.
There we go.
We got to get the offense on rolling. We'll miss, missing girls here and there, no excuse. But right now, defensively, we're probably one of the better defensive teams in the state.
Right.
Shout out my girls, Gabby Berrio. She's my safety. She's leading the state in interception.
Okay.
Alexis Cochin, she's a linebacker. She's leading the state in flag pulls. Layla Edwards, Jalen Perez. These girls are tough-minded girls, and they're executing at a high level. And as far as the scheduling, I did that intentionally, right? A lot of coaches, even in boys football, they try to make their schedule light. No. Let's go get it, right? It's going to show who we are, what we're made of. So now when it comes down to the playoffs, we battle tested.
Yeah.
So the schedule, we made it a tough schedule intentionally, adding West Orange, adding Newark Central. We made
Patterson,
that. Eastside, Patterson. We played Kennedy in Patterson, Clifton High School, Passaic High School, Passaic County Tech High School in Wayne. So we probably had a tougher schedule in the state, to be honest with you. But that was intentional. We got some really good players.
Okay. Now, I know I want to shout out a couple of schools. I believe Montclair State University is picking up girls flag football. Yep. I believe King University is supposed to be picking up girls flag football. I'm not sure they've done it officially yet. There are some other schools that I know picking up girls flag football and have it already. How do you get your girls ready for that? How does that market go? I'm more boy side.
Right.
How that market works as far as getting the girls out there on the girls circuit,
Right. So yeah, just like you would do with the boys as far as promoting yourself, there's showcases out here with the girls. They have the Under Armour All-American game when they have for the boys. They also have something for the girls that they can go out to. Social media, as we saw the clip, you make highlight reels of the game. There's a lot of schools, NAIAs, Division III schools that are offering flag football for girls.
Scholarships as well.
Absolutely. Eastern is one of them. I saw a lot of girls going to Eastern. So it is a big thing. What I believe is once the Division I's get on board with this, it's going to go to a whole nother level. That's when it's going to get crazy for sports like lacrosse, softball, because right now it's not a sanctioned sport in Jersey yet, which means that if you play softball, you can still play flag football if your time, if you have the time for it. Yeah. But once it becomes sanctioned, you're going to have a choice.
Pick one.
Exactly. So right now, exactly. So right now, if you're a softball girl and you really want to play football, you're not going to choose football over softball because you can get a Division I scholarship to play softball. So once the Division I's for football start to happen and they offer a scholarship for it, you're going to see a shift with the lacrosse girls because lacrosse is a skill. To hold a stick and do all those things, that's a skill. And most of my girls are soccer players. They play soccer in the fall. They're basketball players. So for them to try to play lacrosse, they're going to be they're out of their minds. So football is a little bit of an easier transition for those type of girls to where they don't have to pick up a stick and learn how to pick up a stick and that sort of thing. You know, they can just kind of be athletes. And if they have a good coach, they can teach them the intricacies of the game.
All right. I think we already know what's going to happen. Brandon, sound the alarm. I think it's going to happen either in the Big Ten or Dan, it might happen in the Big 12. Okay.
Oh,
If
Big 12.
Maryland, they tuning into the show. If Oklahoma State, Oklahoma tuning into the show, I think we got a candidate right here. Division 1. This is your guy. He's walking around here like Lord of the Rings anyway. I'm just saying. This might be a
Lord
guy.
of the Rings.
The championship game is going to be at the Jets practice facility June 14th.
Okay.
You know, so right now, the New York Jets are sponsoring the North teams, North Jersey, and the New York Giants are sponsoring South Jersey.
Okay.
So our something Oklahoma does kind of weird is our fast pitch is in the fall instead of in the spring.
Okay.
So we have slow pitch in the spring, and like most schools don't even play it anymore. It seems like so. It kind of makes it one if you're going to have a spring flag league. I mean, girls legit could pick that up. You know what I mean? As long as it's offset with basketball, they don't. Oklahoma girls don't have another sport.
Gotcha.
I don't know who else could get on par because I don't know what girls are doing in the fall if they aren't playing softball. You know what I mean? Before basketball, which is a winter sport here.
Gotcha.
Well,
So maybe that's the end. Maybe everybody goes fall fast pitch. That would be crazy, right?
That would be good. You know, I mean, the worry would be weather. I know that's the only thing.
Here, yep.
Oh, it always is. But I mean, like spring is the terrible weather time for us, right? Like,
wow. Okay. That's probably
I gotta steal it real quick. My first question, actually, Sheet, is when you gonna recruit that safety to play on your corner for your boys team, man? Like, she's smacking balls out the air.
Hey, she got like 6. Well, she's going Division 1 to play soccer. She's a senior. She's going Division 1 to play soccer at Seton Hall, I believe. Yeah,
where's
she's
that
a ball
crossover? You think that is a crossover? Like girls can play corner and just play like coaches like, hey, we're cover 3. Like, don't worry about making a tackle. I don't need your physicality. You just.
Hey, we've had a girl on our varsity football team. She was a kicker. But
yeah, we've had that.
We've had a girl play on the varsity football team before.
Yeah.
Now I don't know I've seen stories on Instagram where girls actually play padded football and play other positions, you know, where it's more contact. But yeah, that girl, Gabby Berrios is her name. She's a true ball hawk.
And now we've had I think me and she both know the young lady. What is her name? Jalen Richards. They call her
yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Matt Richards' son, a daughter, I believe, go to Scotch Plains High School in New Jersey. Now she played tackle football all through her little league time, and actually she played tackle football at the high school and scored a touchdown. I want to say it's a 70-yard.
Oh,
yep.
So what we call her? Hey, it's gonna come to me later on. I'm sorry, Matt. Just blame me. I apologize.
Hey, Brandon, can I share my screen real quick?
Yeah, she definitely wrestles and made it down to Atlantic City for the top wrestlers. Yeah.
So I didn't just wear these goofy goggles for nothing, just to have another pair of iPro. I just need to let y'all know my 6-year-old, my 6-year-old's that guy right there in the front. That's Beckett. Beckett today, after having this bike, he has that quad for about a month and a half. He raced his first race today, and all he did was line up and go take third. You know what I mean? He got the whole shot, meaning he was the best reaction time off the line. Beckett came in third after and practice, boys. I was not so sure what was going down. All right, he was like,
I mean, is he jumping
throttle
and stuff where he's jumping up and down too?
Well, it's not so much. It's like cross country, not like motocross. So it's not like the big hills, but I mean, there's some stuff out there. Like the terrain was nuts.
I'm like, at 6, he's jumping like that, man. That's crazy.
To get on that and then I got to show you the cutest little kid of all time. This is my 3-year-old. He had to have a helmet. He's going to ride too. We're going to try to get him racing in the fall.
My man.
He'll be 4 by then, and I think he can climb on it and do something at 4. But Beckett, man, today lined up and just, I mean, like I said, he went and got third place.
Shout out, Bing. Good job.
And this is the goggles he wore. So it's the I'm gonna call them championship goggles. I know they're third place goggles, but you know what I mean? And we race every weekend now. So
you know, it's a championship show. You got to bring the championship.
I mean, I didn't get a ring, okay, but
we matter.
He got a plaque, his first plaque, and he's already wanted to put it on the wall. So I just wanted to
my man, shout out to him. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Stud, absolute stud.
You know, but you know, I seen Will Hathaway wrote about the All-Star game. That yes, we're gonna have the North-South girls flag football All-Star game at King University. Also, center court will be having a Miss Irrelevant. So you know how NFL fellas, you know, they got the last pick. You know, somebody that probably wrote off. We're going to have a Miss Irrelevant selected out of center court. Shout out to Coach Mons for that idea. And they're going to they're going to pick one girl, obviously, out of all of the girls that they see, and have her play in the All-Star game as well. So it's going to be some girls flag football. Good things going on, man. So coaches, reach out to Coach Mons, reach out to myself. If you have a underrated young lady that you think deserves to be in that Miss Irrelevant, let's get her going, you know. But, I mean, I can't speak loudly or highly enough of what we have going on at center court, man. I'm telling you, Dan, Wednesday night was epic in the land, baby boy. It was epic. I think we're changing things. My college tour, public announcement, the DM College Tour is not going to happen this year, okay? We are not going to take the kids out every weekend in June like we did. Reason why the response levels wasn't high, and that's okay. That's okay. The DM still knows how to bring the colleges around, and that's why this past Wednesday something epic went down in Montclair at Center Court. B, if you don't mind, run that film by, man. Shout out to Coach Mons on this film, man. He's doing great things with Verona.
How you doing, everybody? Coach Mons here, Director of Football, Center Court, Montclair, New Jersey, 14 Depot Square. Everybody's buzzing. What happened last night? Last night, we had Verona High School. We had Morristown High School and the Don Massey Experience. This place turned into Madison Square Garden, the mecca of football for high school players. Last night, we had Division I schools in there. We had Division III schools in there. Yes, there were offers. Congratulations, Josiah Brown, Monmouth University. Congratulations, Sidney Padilla. You had Rhode Island University. Congratulations to all the others that got offered to go to camps and some that got offered by Division III schools. We actually had a 2025 athlete walk into the building and get an offer. Did you think it was too late? It's never too late. Center Court has it going on. Don Massey Experience, Center Court football. Sign up on the next one. We will be doing a combine again, but this was a tremendous event. Can't miss out. Opportunities are always there. Do not sleep on what we're doing over here.
So I'm gonna speak on what we did. Now, first,
hold on. I watched this video 3 times. I did not hear him say the Don Massey Experience, because I would did a whole background with like sparkles and fireworks and the Don Massey Experience. What?
Listen, man, cut it out, B. Cut it out. Listen, what's happening is, again, like I said, my response levels was not high. Shout out to the 7 parents that really wanted to do the college tour, and I'm sending them information so they can reach out to these schools and get to these schools. But I, myself, Coach Monsing, Coach Bill Mullen, Coach Luke out of Morristown, Morristown, we worked on something that was actually Mount Olive. We worked on putting something together that was crazy. And we did it within the guidelines of the NCAA. I know you guys know that Division I colleges, the rules are they are allowed to take school visits at this time. They can't look at all stars. They can't look at a whole bunch of kids, a bunch of teams, but they can look at one school at a time. So my thought was, if I can alleviate the travel time for those guys, bring them to Center Court and bring one school in every hour, would that work? And it worked out tremendously. Like you said, we had Verona High School went first from 6 to 7. Then we brought Morristown High School in second from 7 to 8. And that's when we had the Rhode Island coach there. We had the Monmouth coach there. Eastern University was there. Norwich was there. What is another school? And Alvernia was there. Okay, now Norwich, Alvernia, and Eastern are Division II, Division III schools. Their rules are different. They can actually see a whole bunch of kids at the same time, as well as single team type of training. So they were allowed to be there, as you heard him say, B, the Don Massey experience. Okay, they stayed and watched a lot of other athletes come in. And like he just said, it was a kid out of Glenridge High School who's a current senior right now. He did not have a home. And Alvernia University saw him work out that day, asked him, if he could get him this information to him, and he gave him an opportunity to go play at Alvernia this upcoming season. So this is just something now. Again, she will tell you, in the non-public circuits in New Jersey, they have these type of setups where the coaches come out and they come early, around about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and they have a lot of their coaches around to do a lot of the work. Public schools don't have that liberty. A lot of the coaches probably don't don't work in the high school, so they can't get there. The times that they come to those high schools is kind of awkward, where it was like either 11 to 1 o'clock. Sometimes they might come after school, but again, it's real difficult for a college coach to be making all of the stops and you to have your whole staff there able to watch that kid, train that kid, get them going. What we offered at Center Court and / with DM was to tell Verona High School, bring your kids here for an hour. We did laser time 40, 10-yard dash stopwatch, 5-10, 5 stopwatch. We did broad jumps, height, weight, hands, hand width, wingspan. We did all of those, got all these numbers. And we also did an indie period where the coaches worked each kid out in their individual spot. So whether you was at the linebackers, you was with the linebacker coach, you was at the offensive line, you was there, and they only had 11 kids, which made it really intimate for a college coach to see how you can work and whether, how you move out there. So Josiah Brown out of Morristown picked up the Monmouth offer that day. On the way out the door, Sidney Padilla picked up the Rhode Island offer that night. Who else do we have? And like I told the kid from Glenridge picked up the Alvernia offer. Also, the Verona kids, Bodie and Dean, picked up big camp interest. Like the coaches was so impressed by them, they said, "I need to take you back. I want you to come to camp and let my coaches see your camp." So at the end of the day, we only have one coach per school there. So sometimes some guys they just want to. You got to show more people. More people got to give you the okay before you get that type of offer opportunity. So those guys definitely got that type of thing happening. We will be doing this again on the 13th. Got to bring it back again because of the rules of college football. We will still be able to have Division I schools there. So, but again, they can only see the team. The team. I have 2 slots available, 6 to 7. And 7 to 8, whichever high school in New Jersey, public high schools take advantage of this. Take advantage of this. And she will tell you from his experience with the private schools, you need to, because at the end of the day, these guys that are going to work out, help you guys work out is probably, we're going to say who's better than who. At the end of the day, it's just a more structured what we're going to do as opposed to what you might have to do at the high school. Okay, so that's what I wanted to offer to them. So any school that wants to sign up, will have the college list coming up. I know Alvernia said he was definitely coming back. Eastern University said they were coming back. Montclair State is definitely pulling up. I'm gonna get Rowan to pull up. I'm really working on trying to get a couple of other schools such as Temple and Villanova to pull up. Some good friends of mine over there. But again, they'll be only there for the Division I part of this thing. But again, this is just boots on the ground here in the DM, man, building it brick by brick. Whether I can have a college tour, I bring the colleges to you. DM is the place to be. You feel me? But kids, still make sure you stay on top of your academics, on top of getting to class on time, on top of your training and your film. Division I, Division II, Division III colleges are still traveling. All right, so you got to make sure that you're still doing what you got to do. But hey, man, Brandon, come on, the DM experience. You're gonna bring fireworks and balloons out. You don't need to do that. You get it every 2 weeks, big dog. And then you text me a lot during the week. So the DM experience lives over you with you all the time. I don't hear all that.
But now it's out there as official DM experience. You know what I mean?
Hey, man. I'm trying to build, man. Like I said, shout out to you, Steve, for real, man. You helped me out a lot with just trying to organize and manage that thing, try to get the guys to kind of understand what was expected. They really learned that day that they are on notice, you know, and certain things have to be done.
Right. It helps them because now these college coaches, they may re-recruit you as a coach. Like, wow, man, his drills are very structured. Man, I would love to see him, bring him on board. He's got high energy, right? Well, I'm maybe interested in bringing him on board the staff, you know, so it works for everybody, not just the kids, if you're trying to be in this field.
Right. And that happened. No coaching offer. Not that happened. What I mean by as far as like what you're saying, that interaction with the college coach to the trainer happened, you know, and so some of the college coaches were saying, listen, if I got an undeveloped guy and he need more work and it's a break time, you know, I can funnel it your way, which is good. You know, like you said, that's gaining the trust of a college coach. Also, you never know. We might be recruiting a kid in the area. He might tell that kid, hey, you know what? I know how Sheed works. If you want a really good evaluation, go to Sheed. Sheed will call me. We'll talk about it, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So these are the things that's happening in college football. And I like to call it, honestly, the new college football, okay? I want kids to understand that don't just look for Division I opportunities. Look for the school where you can play. The game is different. The game is different now. The draft is over, all right? And I know everybody watched the draft, and we've noticed maybe more than half of those kids was at one school and then went to another school. Or they recruited a kid, like they drafted a kid from North Dakota State, smaller schools. It's almost different, fellas. Kids, just pay attention. Just go somewhere where you can play. Look at the roster. How much money they're going to give you? Are those coaches invested in you? Like, make that the main thing. You know what I mean? And because those are the reasons why you can go somewhere. Remember, we talked about in our other show, fellas. The Norfolk State coach was talking about, lower tier schools should get some type of bonus because they're the ones going to help the kid get better. Next year, he's going to jump and go to a Division I Power 4 conference. So this is what's happening. Back in the day, you couldn't make those jumps. But in the new college football, you can make those jumps, you know, with the running back, what's his name, that the Giants drafted, Cam Scatterborough, it's at Sacramento State. The next thing you know, he goes over to Arizona State. Back in the day, that never happened, but it's happening more and more now. So kids, don't be so caught up on the big name. Be caught up on the big opportunity. That's the thing you want, the big opportunity. But B, what else we got cooking right now? I said I had a good on there.
Yeah, so today's show was broken down around being more efficient with practice time. We got a ref that spoke out. What's the guy name that we doing all the? I suck with names. The guy
Mike
on Instagram. D? No, not Mike. The guy from the video that we got.
From Elite Talent.
Yeah, him. Yeah, I'm terrible with names. People be like, "Oh, you saw such and such." I don't know who that is. But then we got a few topics that we want to take down. You know what I mean? Being more effective in practice. Standard is the standard. Why is the standard the standard? And what does it mean? The standard is the standard. You know what I mean? And how can we help some coaches be more effective for practices?
Well, you know, Dan, you want to kick it off? Like I said, I know we all have different ways on how we feel like to make practice efficient. Like you heard me say, Sheed and me, we sat down and we watched and we started about how we can make practices efficient, how trainers can be more efficient, what they do. You know, Dan, I mean, like I'm kind of throwing you out there on the spot. I'll go first.
I talk about this all the daggone time.
Right.
Number one, shorten your practice to 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours.
Maybe.
And when stuff don't fit, I almost said shit. Oops, I said it anyway. When it don't fit, Brandon, God, here we are.
It's okay.
You better get better at coaching. Okay, you have to. Number one, I'm gonna tell a little story. I was watching Espen about a year and a half ago, maybe a little longer, and then we were watching Peyton Manning. And Peyton Manning was talking about he did a drill where every single day of his career in the NFL for 17 years or whatever it was, he had taken a snap, rolled out, and jumped over a bag and then made a throw for 17 years. That was the number. And it could have been in college too, maybe. I don't know. I don't know where it started. For 17 years, he did this drill. One time in a playoff game, it mattered. And you got to ask yourself as a coach, like, why are we doing drills that happen once every 17 years?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing with our time? Now, he's Peyton Manning. He can do whatever he wants. He's the legend.
Right.
But, I mean, he's only second to, like, Tom Brady, honestly.
The sheriff.
And his head is way bigger than Tom Brady, so he's probably first anyways. But if you are doing drills that do not replicate the game, if you're doing stuff because your coach did it, if you're doing stuff because that's how daddy did it, if you're doing stuff because my grandpa was a coach and that's how he did it, stop.
Yeah.
Quit wasting practice time. Your kid, no one should ever be standing still. That's kind of a rule we have, right? No one should ever be. If you have lines of kids waiting, it better not be deeper than one. Spread them out. Spread them out.
Okay.
To get more efficient. I know the question says why it matters, and I'm going into how to make it more efficient.
No,
Why does it matter? Because we're losing kids. We're absolutely losing kids, guys. Football at the high school level is dying. The NFL, I was told the other day, will forever keep football alive because there's always an opportunity to be one of one or, that last pick of the draft. But that's always an option. But it's a dying sport, man. Kids don't want to be out there anymore. You have to get the most popular thing in social media is shorts and reels and things that are under 30 seconds. And now you want a kid to go stand around for 4 hours? He ain't gonna do it. Not only that, but he's got to sweat and then get hit and hurt and learn some stuff that doesn't come out. He's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So you need to be more efficient because your team, the numbers matter, the skill players matter. Like, we got to get back to being efficient so that we can grow the sport instead of shrinking the sport.
Right.
Kids want to know the why behind everything nowadays. It's no longer the age of do what I say because I said so. That doesn't exist anymore.
Yep.
There's a few coaches right now that are getting away with it because they have maybe they got Sheed rings. They got half of Sheed's rings and they just or they've just been somewhere for 35 years and people are like, I mean, we're not going to question him. He's been here for 35 years.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
But honestly, the guys that have been around that long are starting and they're super successful. They're starting to evolve anyway. So,
Man, my father had a phrase: "Did you evolve, you die." Right,
100%.
and that's a very true phrase because you have to make sure that you are keeping up with the times to an extent too. So, but when you're talking about why the practice efficient, is because you want to make sure that you are not wasting time. Wasting time and opportunities to get better do not help you become a successful coach. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why you want to make sure the practice is efficient. Well, why efficient practice matters. Okay, the other thing is, and I heard you said, Dan, 90 minutes. I had a coach that told me, listen, after 2 hours, that mind tunes you out. So you want to make sure you are very effective with getting the message, whatever you're trying to teach, getting it out there, and then once you get it out there, document it, record everything. That's always a big thing. Document it, record what you see, and then after that, then you can go ahead and go to the next thing as far as teaching it out and stuff like that. But now she would tell you, sometimes some people don't know how to break down that film, like we talked about, I think, on the past show, how to teach what they're seeing. So, and I get it. There are a bunch of clinics that pop all over the place. You might catch some of Dan's show teaching you about how things to work. But I'm going to also ask coaches to take some time out and go to some of these spring practices that some colleges are having. You can learn a lot from going to the spring practice. You get to learn the intensity of how they set up, how they prepare for practice, the intensity of how they run the practices. Okay. I was at Northwestern and they have a drill that once the first team, second team, third team, whatever defense is done, they all have to line up on the hash mark, and then you got the strength coach timing them sprinting off the field. Okay, like these are the things that matter. Where like you said, you might jump over that football thing one time, but effort is being measured in some of these places, and maybe that small thing will probably go a long way 17 years from now, like it did with Peyton, right? So it's just one of those things where I believe just you have to have, because you know what else? Because when you're more prepared to teach an efficient practice, kids learn. When you're just throwing random stuff out, okay, we're gonna do this, then we're gonna do that, then we're gonna do this, then we're gonna do that. Well, you have nowhere put them any closer to learning a game plan or anything because you just threw a bunch of random stuff out there. So you can't do that. So keep principles. I mean, you know what? Brandon, if you want to jump in, you can, or she, me and Dan will jump on the first part. You guys can talk about key principles of effective practice.
So what I do is I try to, because repetition is what we're looking for. So as a coach, when they are going through certain things, I continuously remind them what this is for. If that makes sense, like when they do certain drills, when they're shuffling or when they're running and breaking down, what is it for? What is this? This is for this. This is because of this. So when you get in a situation, you're going to need this. So they can always know that this matters. You know what I mean? They're not doing this for fun. And yes, at practice, we work them really hard. We give them, most of us work the kids really hard. We try to everything out of them. And get it and give it and give it and give it. So at the end of my practices, most of the time, unless they get on my nerves, can't nobody go home until everybody catch a fly route. Lineman too. 40 yards down the field. Gotta go. I want to see you run.
Hey, we do that halfway through practice to cut it short. Hey, if the worst catching lineman catches a fly route at halftime, maybe practice is over. We're done.
Yeah.
She knocked the whole camera.
Get that fat boy out of here, man. We ain't trying to do that. We be out here all night. Good night.
Oh, Lord.
Pressure's on, baby. What if I need him in the state championship game to win him with them sheet rings? And I got he's all I got left.
Sheet rings. That's what we call it.
Put on a tight end number and get out there, baby. It's Fly Route City to win.
Number 83 is eligible.
That's funny.
99 is eligible. Let's go.
Listen, man, if we need that, we probably in bad shape. But hey, who knows? I see it.
It's something I learned from being a special teams coordinator as far as when we talk about these efficient practices is most of the times when you're a special teams coordinator, you want to do everything. So what I've learned is I assigned coaches to help with the special teams. So I broke down each unit into positions, just like you would do offense, just like you would do defense. So even if we were working on field goal, okay, I took care of the holder and the kicker. My tight ends coach, he took care of the tight ends and the wings. My O-line coach, he took care of the front five. So that way, when we are doing specials, because specials is the time where there's a lot of standing around. So when you have these special teams periods, not only are the coaches involved, but everything is moving. No one's just standing around. And each position coach, you are responsible for a position. If I'm doing kick return, the way I have my kick return set up was receivers and DBs, you're in the front line. So guess who coached that position? Receivers coach, DB coach. The next line was tight ends, running backs, fullbacks. So guess who coached that position? Running back coach, tight ends coach, and I took the returners. So I would set up special teams that way as well, to where if I have 15 minutes, okay, 7.5 minutes, we're going to do Indy. So go with your group, work on your Indy. If we're doing punt, O-line coach, work on kick stepping with the punt with your guys. DB coach, receiver coach, you guys work on releases. All right, the next 7 minutes, all right, let's go half line. Okay, let's go full line. So that's how you keep practice going, especially doing special teams, because that's usually the time where there's a lot of standing around. And it's one coach trying to coach everything. Hey, give me a scout group. I need 11. It's that drains practice. So I took that philosophy over into, now being a D coordinator. It's the same thing. That's how you keep practice moving, keeping everybody involved, including the coaches.
But but so that's for the people who have large coaching groups. What about the
Nope.
ones who only got 2 or
No,
3
it's
coaches?
the regular guys that's there.
You can, even if you don't have a position coach for each position, let's say you only got 4 coaches, combine the group. So my punt unit, instead of having an O-line coach, you take the front 5, and then I have a wings guy. Okay, you are in charge of the front guys, the front 6 guys, 6, 7 guys. That's your unit.
Mm-hmm.
I only got 2 more coaches left. No problem. Hey, you're gonna be in charge of scout team. Make sure I got 11. I'll tell you how to line them up, and then I'll take everything else. So you can still manage it based off of who you have. Obviously, if you have a big coaching staff, it helps. But you can still, maneuver it to what you have.
Hey, something I learned, and DM, you said this a minute ago, talking about go to a college. I went to Tulsa University. I've been over there 2 of the last 3 years of their spring ball because I got a pretty good buddy over there that's coaching, and I love just going and watching him work because Dominic Franks is the best in the business. Go over there and see Dom Franks.
I see it.
The University of Tulsa football team was running half line at practice. Half line. Not because they lacked numbers. They did it to save the knees of their linemen who were running gap scheme. So they weren't pulling and downing and tripping and falling and twerking people's knees. If a D1 college can run half line, your high school team can run half line. So y'all talked about not having enough coaches. Hey, it don't matter if you're running punt team, kickoff, field goal, whatever. Send half at a time.
Yep.
Run half line, man. There's ways. You get a few number of coaches, you can do more people. Do it over here, do it over there. And it goes quickly because it's just whistle, watch it, whistle. Watch it's so quick.
And I know, Brandon, more so Little League guys, too, probably don't have a lot of numbers. I hope my Little League coaches are dialing into us right now on learning about half line. I remember, Big Dan, we talked about it before, when I had Little League football and my player number wasn't that much. So we ran half line stuff.
Absolutely.
So, it's many ways that we're talking about that you can get the results that you're looking for if you work for it. Shout out to Coach Mark on the check-in on IG. He said, obviously it starts with a good practice plan and staying on time. Staying on time is key. So like we talked about 90 minutes, right? You gotta be on your time.
You know what? There's a couple of key things that you're talking about here with 90 minutes to keep it on time. And number 1 is a bad rep is a rep.
Bad rep is a rep. Let it go.
Your punishment is you suck more tomorrow because you didn't get it done today. You didn't do the effort today.
Yeah.
Coach, we ain't going to do it till it's right. Heck no. Show up tomorrow and do it right to begin with.
You can't do that in the game because you can't do that in the game.
You can't repeat a rep in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I don't repeat.
My perfect Thursdays, whatever. Nah, get out of here.
I don't need to do it again. I'll catch it on film.
I called the play. We ran the play. You sucked it up. We'll watch it on film and figure out why. Tomorrow, it's the same script. Let's be honest. If you're scripting 3 different scripts for practice throughout the week, you're screwing up anyway. Get your kids the 25 plays they're going to run on offense this week. Mix it up a couple ways and run it 3 times, three days in a row.
I went to Boston College in spring practice. They ran 152 plays. I think we talked about this. It wasn't 152 different plays.
Heck no.
It was maybe there's 20 plays ran by the first team, second team, third team. Remix it. Flip them again. Remix it.
Hey, you got to run. You got to run power 7 times. You got to run power with a motion 5 times. You got to run power with a shift, a motion, and RPO 3 times. Let's go. What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
Listen, Coach
the other
John.
thing. Go ahead.
Coach John. Yeah, that's my guy. To now, tomorrow, and yesterday. Coach John been coaching for like 40 years. He had this thing when I first met him. He was like, if you get the head, the body will follow. So in the beginning of the season, he'd sit down on the grass and talk to the kids for like 30 minutes. That should be so irritating. But it paid down the line. It pays off down the line because he got their attention. He talked to them about what they want. But if a play is not right, he is not moving on. Yo, we be sitting there. I'd be like, yo, we just got to go. He'd be like, Coach, if we can't get this right, how are we going to go to the next one? So we can't sit here for 3 hours on the same goddamn play. We can't do this. And this was at 10U. So he wanted to get it right. I don't care if we got one play. We can run it to the left. We can run that play to the right. We got 2 plays now. Coach, we got to get this right. And then, we be going back and forth. And we
You know
laugh
what,
about it
Brandon?
now.
Here's the thing. You don't know what your best play is going to be every year. You need to pay, you need to carry. Let's just say you're traditionalist. You need to carry power, GH and GT counter, and some type of an A-gap play, whether that's inside zone, duo, whatever, trap. I don't care, whatever you're gonna run. But you don't know what's gonna be your best. How are you gonna? Hey, we're running trap, and we're gonna run trap until we're good at. What if we just suck at trap, but we're amazing at power? What do we do? We're just gonna spend all day today on Tuesday and Wednesday running trap because we suck at it. Move on, man. Last little key thing here: stop conditioning your players. Conditioning scientifically is outdated. It has been proven wrong. Quit running your players during. Look, you had most of us, not all of us. Most of us have spring ball.
March, April, May.
You had
June.
Let's just say May. Let's just say you get all your kids back for spring ball in May. That's what most do. Some are April, but most are May. You had June and July of summer pride to run your kids. Get them strong. Get them where they can breathe when they run. Okay. You get into August, you still get 2 weeks of August.
Freeze. I'm live.
I can hear y'all. DM's frozen. He's back. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I told y'all we're gonna get another one. You keep it up, get another one.
You called him the best technician or whatever ever to start the show. So
I know. I choose my word.
Quit condition your players in the fall. You were making them run. They added it up. I saw some signs behind it. Your kids are playing 3 football games from Monday to Thursday. And you're going to pretend that an easy Thursday resets them to go play another football game on Friday. Stop conditioning your kids. That right there will shorten most of your practices 30 minutes.
So
Gassers are out.
The season, only condition in the summer.
Condition in the summer, in the spring. And that ain't even, if you will move quickly from drill to drill, if you will put some type of football drill mechanic into your conditioning and quit running gassers, your kids don't give a shit about running over and back, over and back. They're done with it. That's why you're running half the kids off anyway.
Yeah.
Stop
I got a drill that it kind of combines it. So we call it the E drill. So, the traditional pursuit drill where you get a rabbit and all that. So I just combine it to where we don't have to condition at the end. It's called the E drill. So you're still working your pursuit angles. You're still, because we have an eat, hunt, kill, drill, all that stuff. So the kids, you have a nickname to it. So the kids are not accustomed to it. But it's pretty much like a pursuit drill, but it's still a little bit of conditioning. Yeah. But it's a football drill. We're not just running to run.
Yeah.
So best coach I ever met with didn't condition a bit. He ran. Your linebackers go out and they run 5 linebacker drills consecutive, fast, and they sprint the hell off the field because what do you do in a football game? You get a 3 and out, or you give up a first down. Oh my God! And now we're a 3 and out, or you run 3, 4, 5 plays and you get off the field and the offense takes the field. You get off. You're done.
So I get.
I got a couple of things. Mike D, the referee, man, he's tuned in on Instagram right now. One, let's go back to real quick. We talk about the plays. Mike D said, I got power, counter, jet as a run play at 12U, multiple formations, same play to open up the pass. So back to what you were saying, Dan, about, how many plays. It's like you got your set plays and you call it a day. Mike also want to know how long are you practicing time-wise? Mike, we kind of talked about 90 minutes. So, I just want to kind of get to that. Brandon, go ahead, go.
2 hours is the timeline, man. That's let's be honest. 90 minutes is if you have the same staff for 3 years in a row.
Yeah,
because baby coaches ain't got their drills down. 2 hours is the mark.
I'm telling you, we got a 2-hour time limit. We had a 2-hour time limit at the school I was at, right? I'm gonna tell you, a lot of it is dead weight time. Like if you really analyze the time of a practice. And you look at, like, this is why we talk about efficiency, right? It is not efficient. It's some kids standing around. It's some guys, they're setting the drills up in the time frame that you're trying to do, that indie period. Like certain things to make your practice efficient is, okay, practice starts at 3. Let me get here at 2:30 and set the bags up for what I need. Oh, I can't get there at 2:30. What Don Massey will say, hey, I need my D-line crew. I want my bag set up. I want my pop-up bags, I want my shoot out there, and I better be all set up by the time I get there, because when I get there, I want to work. And so that's the other part. You got to prepare yourself. We told Coach Mark talked about a practice script. We talked about everything about conditioning. I'm going to tell you, when you prepare your drills with conditioning in them, because they should be running every time anyway when they're in the drills. Like, I ain't too many drills that they walk in. You might talk about it in the walkthrough in the beginning, right? Eventually, it's like blow the whistle, go, blow the whistle, go, blow the whistle, go. That's conditioning. So that's why I was kind of asking that question, Dan, about no condition in the fall. Actually, it was a trick question, but the condition in the fall would just be pretty much in those drills, like you said, Sheed, right? We got our eat drill. We're going to do the pursuit. Then after the pursuit, we're done. Doing conditioning after practice, I believe, is total waste of time. It really is.
Yeah, I think one more thing too, especially with the youth level, to talk to, for B, where it's like you don't have that many coaches. A lot of the times with the youth level, you need to meet with your coaches either the day before or after practice. So at least if you only got 4 coaches, at least we're all on the same page. Because when you're not on the same page from a coach's standpoint, practice is going to run longer. Because, hey, what we got next? Hey, I need you to set up. But we already know, because we met before practice the day before, or we laid out our practice schedule for the week, whatever it is. All right, after practice, hey, coach, I didn't get to these 2 plays. I want to add them to, there has to be some type of communication with the coaching staff that will help practice move along faster and more efficiently.
Yeah. Where you at, B? What do you think?
So when he said no conditioning, I get 40% of my team the second week of August when they come through. So I get most of my team late. So I got to restart a lot of the things that I already had in place when these freshmen start coming in. Okay. So I understand what y'all saying.
So you formatted
because we always,
you formatted to what works for you. So like me and she and technically in New Jersey, high school coaches can't work with their kids until like the 15th of June. Okay. In the South, they do have a spring season.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, this is another reason why I feel like they're ahead of us.
Come on, South, baby. Let's go.
But so yeah, no football. You can't have a football out with your team until like the 15th of June or something like that. They change the day every year. Now you can set conditioning up or drills or whatever we have with the kids, but depending on the size of your school, you got a small school. Your best football athlete is probably the best basketball athlete, which is probably the best baseball athlete. Like, so you're not gonna get that guy, until June. So now back to what you're saying, like B, you saying you'll get your kids in August, right? And that's cool. But you heard what I was saying about making the conditioning in the drills, like you heard Dan say, sprinting off the field. I think it's ways where you can get conditioning taught where you don't have to be like everybody on the 100-yard line at the end of practice. Like, dude, no, we all ready to go. You ready to go and you ready to go. Like, stop. Like you said, the gas back and forth. Dude, no. I don't want to run right now. We're all ready to go. So
if your drills mimic the game of football,
then you got conditioning right there.
And you don't have lines of 7. You guys are already going to be they're playing football. Play football at practice. Quit doing strip drills where only 2 kids go at a time and 7 guys stand in a line and they wait for their turn to run 5 yards at a half jog and get a ball knocked out and then they go back. No,
and
look,
everybody in the back of the line talking and everything.
It is so competitive. The kids are smoked. They're gassed. They're like, can we stop? I'm like, hey, they gave me 3 minutes. What do you want from me? You're gonna hustle your tail off for 3 minutes.
And again, this is effective coaching. This is what we're talking about. You're pitching coaching. So you gotta just be like I think y'all was saying before. A bad rep is a bad rep, right? Bad rep, next kid go. Bad rep, next kid go. Good rep, good job, go. Good, like that. That's efficient. That's efficient. That's real life football. Because in the football game, you're gonna run a play, it's not gonna work.
You know why people let bad reps go, Coach?
Why is that?
Because they don't take the time to teach the drill to begin. They go out on day one trying to go 100%. If you will just commit to week 1, day 2, day 3 is just teaching that we're going to maybe not even a walkthrough, but
I get it.
If I have to teach you a drill, because this is, hey, we're defending power.
Mm-hmm.
You have 3 key pieces that you're going to read a pulling guard if you're the backside linebacker. You're going to read a down block, you're the front side linebacker, and you two have to hit the hole and overlap, whatever your read is. I don't know what we all do different things, right? But it takes, if you will walk through that, the second time you do it, baby, they can go.
Yeah, they flying.
They can go.
Yeah. I mean,
if you go out there and try to tell them to run through it fast, now you're stopping it for 30 seconds to correct the kid and then pretend you're teaching. Just give up.
Just give up.
Good night.
Go teach basketball.
There go see it. Good night.
Good night.
Oh man. I mean, it's one like you're right. If you take the time out to teach it. I mean, this is what I always say, man. And I think it comes secondhand nature to me because I feel like I want to be a good coach. I know I want to be a coach and I work to be a good coach. So I take a lot of my unpracticed time to work and talk to my kids. Sheed, I know you do it because you talk about it. When you can say, I can show it to you on my phone. That Sheed right there. Like, I can show you the play. Dad, I know you do it. With and doing podcasts, you're probably gonna be talking about the stuff that you need the kids to learn anyway.
Oh man,
so
yeah.
So you gotta take some of your personal time out of the equation, and then you gotta talk to a kid and teach the kids in the off time. You know, you hear guys say, "Oh, we don't have time like college coaches," but if you really want to win the game this week, you better take some of your off time to do what you got to do. It takes that sacrifice from you to ask them to sacrifice from them to learn. What do we teach? We're teaching power today. This team we're playing this week likes to run a 4-6 type of defense. So we got to make sure the offensive line coach, you can't just talk about it during the 2 hours. The running back coach can't just talk about it through the 2 hours. Like you said, as coaches, we got to get together. Then you guys go get with your team or your position group. And then when we get to the field, now we roll it out. Whatever works, great. What don't work, like you said, Dan, let's take it to the video. Let's evaluate why it didn't work. Can we still put that in the script? And then you move forward to the next week or the next day, rather, we should talk about, right? Putting together for the defense. And then the Thursday, we walk through it. And then the Friday, we execute it. But you really got a lot of guys that just waste time. I'm going to go on a limb what I talked about and what I seen in the Little League. I seen Little League teams where they go, everybody's coming in. They're coming in, getting their cells set up. Run a lap. And I'm like, watching this practice, like, you guys supposed to start at 6. They still running laps at 6:25. You lost 25 minutes of teach time. If you had no plan, just bring them in and sit them down. Let's work on a plan together. I got one of my guys. We'll talk about this right now. My man Raheem. Raheem said, "What about youth teams with only one coach?" And again, I understand that some youth programs have limited type of resources.
There's an outlier to everything, right?
Right. My suggestion with those guys, again, first, if you're the one coach, hopefully you know other coaches, like tapping into this network, and then we could talk about a plan for what you're going to do for the one coach.
You know what? Your next higher up. So you're a youth coach. What's the middle school coach doing?
Yeah.
What's the junior high coach? What's the JV coach doing? So like as a head coach prospect, part of my plan is a liaison. We're going to send coaches down to watch practice, but if they don't have enough guys, we are going to participate.
Yeah,
we're not down there to guide.
Daniel, I got a question, Daniel. In your town, how many high schools do you have? Like you got
my town's this big. It's the size
right.
of my microphone.
So where we at, if you got one coach, you on your own. Ain't nobody coming to help you. You better get one of them dads or one of them moms on the sideline.
Hey, so I'm gonna tap into extreme ownership for a minute. Whose fault is that?
Right.
No, you said right. I want an answer. Whose fault is it if a coach takes over a youth
So-
team and it's just him?
It all depends on what the situation is, because the
It's your
program
fault
could
for
be a
not
mess.
reaching up to the next class, the next echelon up, and saying, "I want to feed." They're all feeder programs. I want to send my kid. Look, I'm at
All right.
Southside Youth School. I'm trying to go to Southside Middle, not Eastside Middle.
Mm-hmm.
I want to come to you, but I need one guy for 3 hours a week. Can you hook me up? Because if not, my kids' mamas are going to take them over there to go to school.
Right.
It's a feeder program.
They going there with girls. Oh, here.
So
Maybe I don't know how it works.
like B, it's like, all right, so I coach the 12U, right? I'm by myself with 12U. But I look and 13U coaching staff got 8 guys. Like, bro,
Sir,
I need one. You know what I mean? It's the same thing in high school football for where we are, right? Our JV coach is one guy. It's really one guy on the JV, right? The freshman coach have 4 coaches, right? So what ends up happening is with the JV team comes out there, obviously when it's a home game, it's all hands on deck. Everybody's coaching except for obviously varsity classified guys. Like, you know, if you're in the guys where you got to make the decisions on Friday night, you're not there. But everybody else is kind of all hands on deck type of thing. That's on the home games. On the away games, we go, okay, well, look, you freshman, one of your freshman coaches got to go. Hey, anybody here on the varsity? You know what? I can work with your position today. You can go. And that's how we do it on the high school side, because again, you just in a safety sense, you can have. Whoa, Brandon, easy.
that wasn't me. Yo, don't do that. Yo, don't do that because I live in Baltimore. Yo, don't do that because I live in Baltimore.
I watch The Wire, Brandon. I know what happens in Baltimore.
That is crazy.
I've done seen The Wire.
Just saying. I've watched The Wire, Brandon. I'm just saying. But no, anyway. It's just in a sense of safety. Okay. You can't have one coach per, like, was it 15 kids, 10 kids? So, you know, but according to what Raheem is dealing with the youth football, if you only got one coach, then you got to do a lot of stuff. I think we'll go back to that. We talked about half lining it up. Your eyes can only see about a certain amount of kids. And it's okay. But you really want to get with coaches like Dan, she, B, myself, some coaches that's around the neighborhood, like you said, Dan. Maybe you got, if you're in this town, then I'm going to go up to the high school. Like, listen, I got a dilemma. I got some kids on my 14U team, and I'm the only one. And if you guys don't come, they're going to mess around and go to a private school or another school out of the town or whatever the case may be, right? They might go to another public school, whatever the case may be. But I need somebody to help me out. Now, he can also put that out there to the dads too. But again, now we have another issue flying around when you got that pumping. So, you know, again, there's many different ways to skin a cat, fellas. We already know that. What I would do, back to Raheem's statement, was I would cut it to a half line, and I would work on things in a half line. And then that conditioning conversation, yeah, all your kids are gonna have to condition at the end of practice. Like you just you know, you got to understand what you have. Yeah, and that's how I think when I go to the college practices. When I go to the college practices, they got GAs for GAs and assistants for assistants. They got water bottle people that just do water bottle stuff. Like, I don't have that. You know what I mean? No real public school has that. But like we talked about, sacrificing your own time. I can't have my bag set up ahead of time, knowing I don't have a GA to do it. Okay, I can't communicate with my kids ahead of time to get certain things out. We can watch film at the practice easily by me looking at the film first, then sending them a script. Hey, clip 5, clip 6, clip 7. This is what I see. What do you see? Like, these are called sacrifices for greatness. If you don't want to be good, you're not going to understand what we're saying. But if you do want to be good, you're going to probably have your pen and pad out right now saying, yeah, that's a good one right there, D. Yeah, Dan, that's a good one right there. Yeah, she, B. I think I'm going to start implementing that right there. Because D, like we just talked about, you have to evolve. Kids aren't leaving schools just because they don't like your colors. Okay, it's more than other reasons why kids are bouncing around nowadays. So, you know, it's just one of those things I feel like we have to do as far as letting these guys know. Okay, let's see. We got DePaul girls flag football in the check-in. Here we go. We said we've done that at DePaul so far, split in practice because having so many two-way players. Which
Yeah,
is
that was the answer to Coach Red question about only having, if you could stroll it, you say you're only having 40 to 50 guys.
okay.
So that was the kind of answer to his question.
Okay, got you. You split things up like we talk about half line stuff. You know.
I did reach out to Joe Daniel like 3 years ago because I was by myself. He was like, won't you just, if you got practice on Monday, just bring the line. You got practice on Tuesday, just bring the receivers. And just do position groups like that. Or just do half the practice, you got the line. Half the practice, you got the skill players. So you can split it up and it's not all the kids at one time. You can just focus on the position group or something like that. But I was like, that's a lot
of them anyway. Why have 30 kids there for 4 hours when they can come out for their own 90-minute practice?
And if you got 30 kids, you by yourself, something ain't right now.
Hey, it's more, unfortunately, that is more real. Like
I did it last year. I had 27
by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh. Yeah. Wow. All right.
Yeah, that's
tough. It was a struggle. The offense the offense was okay. The defense was low all over the place, but we got it. We made it work.
Well, all right.
This year I'm supposed to have 4 coaches this year though.
Let's tap into you real quick, Brandon. So you got 25 kids by yourself, right? How would you practice efficiently?
I live across the street from the field, so I go over to the field and I set my stuff up, and then I go back over to the school and wait for the kids to get out and come over there. Blah blah blah. Hopefully, the plan is the plan, and nothing deviate or something happen and things like that. Because, but get there. I do talk to the kids. Hey, we played on Thursday. What can we improve on? And just get feedback. So kids talk about this a little bit. That I already got what we're gonna do. Cool. I know the line wasn't blocking, so we're gonna start with our offensive line. We're gonna start with our offensive line. So we're gonna go through our blocking scheme, but the skill players are gonna play on the defensive line. So we rotating these guys in, slide them in, slide them out, slide them in, slide them out, so we can understand what we're supposed to be doing. That was one part. Give them some water, bring them back, maybe go over some few offensive plays that I seen that might work on tape. So we give them 3-4 plays. We go through this, hit that, and just get a feel for different things.
We haven't talked about simplicity and simplifying.
Mm-hmm.
We have to have a conversation about, if you're by yourself, you're a team of 2 or 3 or 4 coaches, whatever size don't matter. What are you trying to run? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to run 3 defensive fronts, I need a 3-3 stack because I want 3 safeties because Iowa State's doing it. I need 3-4 because 90% of the country's doing it. And I want 4-2-5 because my dad taught me to run 4-2-5. Maybe you're doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to run inside zone, outside zone, power, counter, duo, give it up. At some point, your practice gets shorter because your playbook actually gets smaller. And you can do other things to gain some depth, to gain some tendency breakers, if you will, right? You don't have to run every single thing that every team out there is playing. Okay. Like that's another thing, is like, it shouldn't take you 2 hours to practice 3 run plays and 3 pass plays.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know. I mean, we're all looking at different levels, right? Like, maybe you up there with Sheed and you've got you got 4 straight state championships or whatever he's won, and you got to keep things mixed up. But they've gotten efficient by being super successful. Now people want to be there. Kids want to be there. Coaches want to be there. They can grow their program. If you're trying to build something, you can't go run what she's running. That's just part of it. So Brandon, you're by yourself last year with 27 kids. You probably needed to teach gap scheme. Gap scheme is a concept. Here's 3 ways we're going to run gap scheme. We're going to hit it A gap. We're going to hit it inside the tackle and outside the tackle. You know what I mean? Like we don't. Heck, this year we taught power and GH counters the same play. We tagged it to alternate the blocking so that we could run GH instead of power. They just swapped responsibilities. You still just taught one play. So sometimes simplifying things is how you get more efficient in practice, because you're not out there trying to run 5 freaking run plays. And then if you got 5 run plays, I bet I'm just going to go ahead and put money on the fact you got 7 or more pass plays because you think you need everything in the NFL.
So I prioritize kids knowing the formation. If you know the formation, we can run whatever we want to run. Because I do a lot of like talking from the sideline. So if I see something, they understand what run the ball, they understand what pass the ball, and half the kids understand the 4 routes that we have. We only got 4 routes that I would call, and only half the kids understand it.
But it's 2 routes. Why do you need 4 routes? Here's what you need. You need hitch, slant, and go. What defense can you not beat with hitch, slant, and go?
You got slant, fly, and curl.
Curl's too much. Cut curl. Hitch, slant, and go. Okay? Kenny Simpson is making a killing teaching people how to run essentially buck and power insert. You got 2 run plays and then the passes that match them. So if I teach 4 plays and 10 RPOs, which are just tags, we get really good at 4 plays and we go play football. And then if people can stop that, we have an answer. Here's my answer. And that's it. That's what football needs. Is what there's the saying, right? It's like, I don't fear the man that has practiced 10,000 punches one time. I fear the man that's practiced one punch 10,000 times. If you can go out and run power, and it does not matter what they put in front of you, you have an answer to it, you're way better than if you know 5 run schemes. And all that extra practice time you put into having a little bit of extra sauce on your pass play, or an RPO, or run and read, or whatever.
Yeah, especially if you're by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I done been on the teams where I was by myself in youth, high school. I done been on coaching staff with 15 coaches, and only 3 I'm actually coaching. I done been with the 4 people. You know what I mean? Like try to give people jobs, and then they don't believe in what we got. So you know what I mean? That's another problem. I done been through all that stuff, sir. I'm trying to tell you. But I mean, I definitely understand. You know what I mean? And I'm not knocking anything, but yeah. I mean, it definitely be a process. It definitely be a process. So kids getting to school on time. I mean, sorry, kids getting to practice on time. Not the coach class. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't eat lunch, coach. I gotta give me something to eat. Like, listen.
Hey, I'm a subscriber to Extreme Ownership, and it is not hard to go over to the cafeteria and say, I need 15 lunches to go, and they're going to be in my room 10 minutes before lunch bell.
No, but see, they don't eat the school lunch.
Well,
then you ain't really hungry.
I understand. The school lunches are pretty shitty sometimes, but
you ain't hungry.
Right.
Hungry dog eat anything. Is that what that said?
You ain't hungry.
That ain't Joe Dirt. That's a different movie. Hungry dog eat anything.
But yeah, no, I agree, man. Just keep it simple, stupid. That's what they say.
Kiss. So what about we don't really have this problem. Well, I'm sorry. All of us don't. Parents coming to the practice.
Mm-hmm.
Parents, I don't want to say getting in the way, but parents.
How are parents at practice with little league?
No, sir. Every now and then we got parents to show up.
Not a listen.
Parents sit in the stands. I got parents
They sit in the stands, but again, we're talking about high school. If we talking about little league, then yeah, I understand that because parents are a part of the program when we talk about little league.
Parents are program everywhere.
Talking about high school, no, you're not. You're not a part of the program on high school. You shouldn't be. You should be in the stands, watching your kid. You kind of should be at work, but hey, maybe your job it tells you, you got different schedules, so you can come to practices. So I get it. Some people work from home, all of that other good stuff. But I think this kind of goes back to what we said earlier of, do you trust where you sent your kid?
Yep.
Is if you trust where you sent your kid, I don't need to be there. I don't. Because I trust where I sent your kid. And guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen in the future? Your kid's going to go play college ball. I bet you won't be at that practice.
Hey, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you're a helicopter parent and you're at their youth practice, you're at their middle school, their JV, their varsity practice, they're not going to college. Ain't no college coach taking on that weight.
Good night.
It's cool. I mean, I didn't mean to cut you off. I really did. Because again, we could be talking about little league, youth sports, and I do understand the parents that are there in the youth sport because you have some kids that are underage, right? You got 8-year-olds, you got 10-year-olds. So I got that, with those kids and those parents at practice. But eventually, moms and dads, you got to cut the umbilical cord and you're going to have to allow someone to train or coach your kid. And that's what it comes down to. Like you said, like Dan said, if you have to have that much influence, that much touch of what's going on, he's probably not going to go to the next level because you will not have that touch. Okay. Go ahead.
Can I play a video?
Let's shoot.
Can I tell you something? And I told her the same thing. I said, your son trying to go, how you know that's my son? I said, well, you was cheering for number 8. So if he's not your son or whoever he is to you, if he's trying to go to college, this may be the reason why he don't go to college, because how you're carrying on in the stands. I said, I'm here to try to help you with that before it is too late. And college coaches, they talk, they network. They do talk, hey, I seen this kid from such and such high school, and one coach was like, yeah, but his mom is a piece of work, or his dad is a piece of work. Another piece of advice, if you have your child playing on a team, please allow that coach to coach your child. If you have to coach from the sideline or tell your child to coach, he doesn't know what he's doing or what the coach is doing, you're confusing the child. Why don't you take your child off of the team and go put him on some other team?
And that's it. Everything in a nutshell. College coaches are recruiting the parent as well as the kid. All right. They're talking to the kid and then they're talking to the parent. And they're looking at the kid and they're looking at the parent. So I'm going to go on a limb and just put this out there. Parents, please watch what you post on your social media. Okay. It's also not just like what he's saying is the truth. What you're doing in the stands, that matters. What you post on your social media matters too. It's not just the kids' social media now. Okay. It's a whole new era, whole new football, like I said earlier. So everybody has to make sure they watch what they're posting up there. One, let's talk about what he's saying here, though. You're yelling and you're being showing belligerent, right? You're trying to grandstand the referee who is giving you his free time. This is not AAU. Like, this is when these referees are kind of working on some of their skills, getting some extra free time in, and just refereeing, giving you a real ref and not no, boogie woogie referee. Like, trying to give you some good stuff here. So don't heckle referees. These guys are doing their best that they can do. Same thing with the coaches. They're doing the best that they can do. I always said, if you can do it better, come out and grab a whistle and a clipboard and get after it. Don't be a Monday Night Football coach. Come out here and do the work like everybody else does the work. That's one of the things I say. But again, like they said, take your kid with you, though. Because some people have certain standards where that stuff can cause a mutiny on the team, honestly. This one parent and this talking and this kid, and next thing you know, you got another parent looking and wondering, why does this kid get this or that? Like, now you got a whole nother situation. So coaches, learn how to manage parent involvement. There's nothing wrong with it, but you have to manage it so that way it goes smooth. If it don't manage it and it goes like wildfire, you will have yourself to blame for that. Oh, what else did he talk about? Well, we talked about it. Oh, yes, he, the kids. And I know it's hard. Don't get slapped. Coach Don is saying it's trying not to get slapped. But, try to convince your parents that it's okay. But see, what happens sometimes is, kids, I'm watching you guys too. And you go out there and be crying wolf too sometimes. Oh, he hit me. And da-da-da-da. So now it's in a parent's natural defense, natural reaction to try to come to you to save the day. So kids, inform your parents. Nah, Ma, it's all good. It's just a game of football. It's just a game of basketball. It's a game of baseball. Whatever it is. Allow yourselves to not be the victim, okay, when it's just a part of the sport. Oh, you hit my son. It's tackle football. Someone was going to get hit. It's basketball. It's a contact sport. These are baseball. You're going to get hit in some form or fashion in these sports. So, if, my old coach used to say, either hurt or you're injured, right? So, if you're hurt, just come get up. Tell moms it's okay. Dust yourself off. You're injured, well, all hands on deck. Let's get you right help and safety. So I think, like I said, it's really if you ask me, and Sheed and Dan, you guys can chime in. It comes down to those three things. The kid gotta gain some ownership, the parent gotta kind of relinquish and add some trust, and then coaches gotta make sure they manage all of that stuff. That's what my opinions of this thing would be.
Hey, Daniel, the parent was a distraction. We eliminate distractions, Daniel. Got to eliminate the distractions.
Absolutely. There's two ways to do that. Number one, ask them to leave the field. Number two is hand them a whistle.
All right.
Yeah. If you invite them to the sideline, they ain't never coming back.
You gotta have a drill book ready. Hand them a drill book and be like, I need you to run these 3 drills with those linebackers over there.
For me, it's just leave. Just leave.
No.
Take a child.
He was like, man, what y'all be doing over there at practice, man? Y'all need help? Yes, we do. You'll be out there Monday? Yeah, I'm going to come through Monday. Man, we ain't never see that dude again. He ain't come to another game. He ain't been back to the practice field.
So what I'm hearing is...
You got to watch the rabbit ears, though. They call that rabbit ears. When you turn around, you can hear the people talking about. And sometimes you got to tune them out. You really do, bro.
Yeah, I won't go to your job to tell you how to use the fax machine. Get your ass out of here.
I tell the story all the time. I was at Owasco. We were in the semifinal playoff game. Our starting quarterback was concussed. He was out. He was not coming. We could not win the game, unfortunately, with our backup. Bixby, the Bixby Spartans, that everybody knows who they are, had us down by 3 touchdowns and had the ball trying to run the clock out. And there was a parent in the stands that were talking shit about the way they were calling plays. And they were 81-1 at the time or some crap like that. It doesn't matter. There's always a parent talking. He's talking about rabbit ears up there. You can't listen behind you, man.
Yeah.
You absolutely can't. It don't matter how successful. They were on 9 straight state championships at the time. Or 10 out of 11 maybe. And there was a parent in the stands who thought they were going to tell them how to coach better. Give it up if you think you're ever going to coach so well. The parents will just be like, nah, you know what? Actually, he's really good. No, they won't ever do that.
That ain't going to happen at all. B, I got an hour and a half, and I'm good with that. You know what I mean? I'm good with that.
Because I can push this button right here.
Just saying, man. I got a good hour and a half. You know
Like,
what I'm
no way have I ever came to football practice and my coach smelled like weed. Yeah, I ain't saying you can't smoke weed, man, but I'm just saying not before football practice, man. Okay, like I never seen my coach and when I grew up get into a fight with another coach. I've never seen that. I've never seen people getting shot at youth football games. Now I know it happened back in the day at times, but man, it's happening every single week now.
So
Listen, I have been there.
Derek Tatum. Remember you
I've
trying
seen I done seen the fights. I done seen a lady try to fight a man. A coach try to break it up. She spit in his face. I done seen the dude. Y'all ain't played my son yet, and y'all lost the game. I'm coming shoot the field up. I done had somebody come and threaten to shoot me because another guy said he didn't like me. I done seen it. I done seen some boy push the girl at school. So the mother and 3 cousins was coming to beat the boy up at football practice. This kid is 9 years old. Man, you just not putting your hands on this kid. Like I done seen it. I seen it, and I swear sometimes I be feel like I be picking the wrong organizations.
Well, then don't be trying to convince she to come down there, and you got all of that stuff going on.
No, that was in the past. We ain't got the stuff now.
Yeah, because I carry a book bag.
Sir, no, mine is licensed. Sorry, this ain't that kind of show. Let me go.
Hey, listen,
I don't know what we talking about.
You just saying, you know, what we got going on, bro. You can't invite your friends into dangerous, hostile environments, sir. So I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, as you were.
But I done seen it. Like I done seen it. It's stupid. I done seen the coaches, you know what I mean, sitting in the car smoking weed, coming out there like, come on, yo. Like I done seen after the game, all the coaches go under the tree and they sit, have a drink and stuff like that. Like I guess I maybe understand that after your game, but and you trying to watch the other teams and be supportive. You know what I mean? Like it's just sometimes it be so much stuff. And then like now they got it to where they are mixing in the older group, having them come early in the morning to play instead of running the age groups through, you know what I mean? Trying to lessen the crowd that be out there late at night. So it is ways to do different things. We already got the ref shortage. The refs don't even want to come out there no more. You know what I mean? And this is not just here. This is everywhere. So you got people following refs home.
I need to ask a question. I might hate myself tomorrow, but if we put that question back on the thing and it says youth football culture is out of hand, can we just delete the words youth football
and say culture football?
Can we just talk about the culture in that area is out of hand?
Just
that's why they are
wherever you where's that shit happening, man? Where are Brandon, where people mama walking out with a gun and saying, I'm going to shoot the field because my son was bullied at school. It don't matter if that was youth basketball, youth softball, youth soccer, youth lacrosse, youth flag. It don't matter what sport you put there or even the word youth.
Yeah.
That parent was going to do something ridiculous. And that culture did not start because a coach picked up a whistle and started teaching 9-year-olds.
Right.
Those guys smoking pot in a car did not start because they were like, oh my God, I am so stressed about going to coach these 9-year-olds. I got to hit this weed real quick. Good sir, it is not youth football culture that is out of hand. We have to, at some point, go back to what is the culture in the area that we live. And I understand that we don't have that in my shitty little neighborhood here. I've never been afraid when I went out that some parent was going to show up with a gun and shoot me. I've never had that. I have been fired for coaching a kid hard because he was an alcoholic and a pothead. His mama didn't know. I've been fired for that. I've been fired because a coach wanted to fight me in a locker room and told me I should skip my grandfather's funeral. Well, actually, I resigned from that one. Okay. If the culture is so bad that you can't just walk away from it and go to the 7 miles down the road to the next team and be okay, then the culture is not the youth football team. It is not the coaches. That is a whole different culture.
It's the culture, like you said, of the environment that's around. You know, I've coached in 2 different places, right? I coached in East Orange, which was considered an urban community, East Orange Campus High School. I coached at Malcolm X Shabazz High School, which was considered an urban community. And now I coach at West Orange High School, which is in the suburban community. It is clearly, like you said, Dan, it's the culture of where you are, okay? It's things that was happening at Shabazz High School and East Orange High School that won't even probably even think about happening in West Orange High School, okay? And it's because of not football, like you said, Dan, not youth in high school. It's because of the culture of the neighborhood, the culture of the environment around it. That's why that happens like that. Now, I will say this, I guess what Mr. Tatum is trying to say, people need to calm down on trying to make sure that their kid is actually the best kid in the world. Because I know we do get that type of energy that come to some 7-on-7 tournaments, you know, some practices. Some coaches actually are losing kids because mama is too fine and think that her kids need to be playing and stuff like that. So there's a lot of nonsense that's out here. But again, that's the culture of social media. That's the culture of the environment that's around. It's
Social
not
media, coach. Boy, you
of
home run.
sports. And, you know, to try to
Home
make
run.
a show around, you know, but that's what it is. So yes, we've seen a bunch of different clips on social media where, you know, fights in the little league sports, you know, like you said, we've seen the handguns bought out. So I think a couple of referees or officials, but I think we might have lost one. I'm not sure. Or at least a coach lost his life out there with gun violence. I forgot what town or whatever it was, but trust me, we all researched it. We could probably find it. So again, like I said earlier, cut the umbilical cord. Okay. In the world, your child will do a few things. He will smile and he will cry. Okay, it's just gonna happen. And there's nothing that you can do to stop him from either smiling or crying. All right. It doesn't matter how good of a parent you are or how bad of a parent you are. That young man or woman will probably go outside in their 18 young years of living and they're gonna smile some days and they're gonna cry some days. And it's okay. Because guess what? You did it. You smiled and you cried. You broke a bone and came back, and sometimes you probably got a scratch on your knee. We called it a boo-boo back in the day, right? Like, we have to not, what are we doing here? Coddle. Can't be over coddling the kids. We gotta let kids go through certain things. The only way that they're gonna learn, only way they're gonna adapt, because they gotta go through it. You can't, you know, sometimes, again, I'm telling you, we coddle them. We put them in these little brackets. Like, just do it like this, and this. You do it like this, it's gonna work. But you never do it like that. So where's the trial and error of how if you do it like that, it's gonna happen? I don't know, man.
You remind me of Dane Cook. We're all gonna lie. We're all gonna cry. And we know where the third one is. If you don't, go watch Vicious Circle because you're missing out on a great part of life.
You already, you know, and you know this, man. Like, I don't understand when this. I do understand this social media. You know, once we knew what the people are doing in the other country, every 20 seconds, all of a sudden, things change. Like, no, it's okay. It's okay for your kid to go out there and ride the bike. And like, Dan, I'm quite sure your young fella probably fell off the bike once or twice already.
Oh, shit, dude. I got some pictures of him wrecked. Yes. The wreck have been hilarious.
Okay. And I bet the guy that probably won motocross did it too. So it's like, you can't say that, oh, well, if you get hurt, then it's going to change everything. No, it's not.
Make it better.
It's better. It's going to make him better because he'll learn not to do that again, or 100%. You know what, better prepare themselves for if it does happen again. I mean, these are called life lessons. So that's where I stand on that, man. Like, it's like I'm sorry if I took it, Dan, and ran with it for a good long time on the culture. you know. But I mean, it's definitely bigger than football, like you said, Dan. And like you said, I want to just run it back, man. It's bigger than just youth sports. It's bigger, but I understand where Coach Derek Tatum is coming from. I get it. I understand. I mean, hell, Cam Newton is even fighting at a 7-on-7 tournament. Cam fucking Newton. What the fuck? So I understand. I'm sorry, Bean. I just cursed 3 times. I was on me.
He was defending himself.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't even came to that.
But what's the culture that an NFL quarterback shows up to his own 7-on-7 camp and has to defend himself?
Oh, y'all ain't see the clip. Oh man.
Sorry, guys. You didn't say nothing through all that. I was like, surely 17 rings is gonna come in here.
Oh yeah.
So can we address the ownership? So youth football, the people who run the organization, who see the red flags before it gets started and don't eliminate the problems.
What about it?
Can we address them too?
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
quit playing youth sports for championships. You ain't got to quit keeping score. As coaches, stop worrying about how many daggum trophies you got. Coach for better people. Coach for better kids. That championship don't mean nothing when they get to middle school. Not one middle school coach was like, hey, who here has 3 youth championship trophies? You're my starting quarterback. Not one. Coach for development. And you know where I cut the line at JV. JV, you also should coach for development. Quit winning JV and freshman team district championships. No one gives a daggum. Develop your kids and send them to varsity and go let them win a state title.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We ain't got no playoff with JV. It's just the top 2 teams play each other at the end.
Yeah, but the point is just make it about development than anything extra.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It'd be too much. I got 17 freshmen when straight undefeated seasons, but nobody.
How many varsity games they lose, coach?
Right, you know, like that's not the case. But now, B, to your point, tournament organizers or the game organizers. Like I know we talked about sometimes they make the older gang go first and stuff like that. So when I ran a 7-on-7 tournament for the first time, after watching a couple of other ones, you know, I guess good things and bad things, what I ended up starting to do was, you know what, I'm gonna get a DJ. Right, follow me, fellas. So
what
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the DJ play mood music.
Yeah.
So we played stuff like house music. We played old school hip hop array. Like, you know, we just played music that honestly control the energy in place. So I had a fathers can't be like, that's a bad call, ref, because he's too busy. You threw a picture on my naughty, what you doing on my way? Hey, you know, like you you know, like, so is that too with tournament organizers, and then also tournament organizers or whatever we're talking about, coaches, whoever's running the games, whatever that part, we have to set a standard of where people are allowed to sit. Like you said before, you know, you got parents there. You're right. We do have parents in the bleachers. And if you heckle, now I got to make sure my security or whoever's here to remove that parent. So now there's a notice sent to all parents. Don't come in here doing all of that because they're going to escort you out and you won't be allowed back in. Or they're going to transfer their kid out. Bye. Because the standard of your culture should be the priority. But this is where your kids are going to grow. They have to learn everything. Kids have to learn what's good to do and have to learn what's bad to do. And if you can kind of like teach that out by those types of actions, then they'll get it. So, no, B, I agree with you that some of the tournament organizers do have to do a better job at what they do. And another thing is having things structured. Structure goes a long way. The time of the game is at 12. The game is at 12. You know game's going to run back to back or something might be offset. Give yourself a half-hour grace period. Don't be having people just sitting around, just waiting and waiting. Because you know what that does? That grows types of energy where now that negative energy of just being impatient and waiting for you, now somebody's going to start arguing. No matter how much happy people you play from R. Kelly, they're still going to be unhappy. Just letting you know. So we got to definitely make sure that, tournament organizers are very structured. The schedule is the schedule. And you make sure that if you do not trust your people, get a DJ and play some nice, good old music, elevator music, something like that. Trust me, they're going to be like, I hate this music, but they're not even going to even know what they're doing because the music is going to take them where they want to go. But that's just my thoughts, my 2 cents, if anybody wanted to buy it.
No, man, culture starts in the home, man. Like it starts in the home. And I always say, to kind of tie in all of this, is when you become a coach or when you decide to get into this field, whether you planned on it or it just kind of happened, you start off as a volunteer. This is a position of being in service, just like a firefighter, just like a police officer. These are positions where you are of service. So once you understand that, the winning is going to take care of itself. If you are molding these young children, this goes across the board, all levels, youth, middle school, high school, college. If you go into this thing of trying to help these young kids and young men become good people, then that's where your success is going to come from. It's just going to naturally happen. So how you conduct yourself and things of that nature, that creates the culture. So right now, I am no longer at DePaul. That's what you was waiting for, right, babe? Uh-oh, got him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm in another situation where I have to be the change that I want to see. So I have to, this position group, this school that I'm at now, William Patterson University, they've been losing this last few years.
Mm-hmm.
I have to now change that culture.
Hold on, go back.
Yeah.
What's up?
No. You know what's up. We didn't. The
When I got
before
13 minutes,
I had
I
to
got
switch the
13
thing
minutes.
out. Yeah. So you where again?
So I'm at William Patterson University. I'm going to be coaching the defensive backs there.
There we go.
Congratulations.
So how many rings they gonna have here shortly? Let's go.
Well, I got to work on changing the culture. That's what I'm getting into. Like, I got to be the change. So right now, my approach is
I didn't do it. It kept doing it by itself.
Y'all crazy.
It kept doing it by itself. That's why I was looking the first time I did it. I was like, what the hell is going on?
But
I'm
again,
trying to search William Patterson.
Nah, you have to be the change that you want. So right now, my approach in trying to change the culture is not to change every position group. I got to control my group now. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking the 2 seniors that's in that group and I'm talking to them about changing their practice habits, how they go about this, doing the extra work. How I'm doing that is by doing it myself. Hey, I'm in spring ball with you guys. I'm not getting paid for spring ball, but I'm here because I made a commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm doing the extra work. I'm doing this. So I have to show them the change. The coach's office, I changed the coach's office. I cleaned it up. I moved things around. So the culture starts in the home. So once you start in the home and changing the culture, you can go to across the street to the neighbor. You can go to your high school right down the block, your middle school. It starts in the home and being the change that you want to see. You can't just walk into a situation like, oh man, this culture sucks. What are you doing to change it? What are you doing to impact it? Because most people now in this generation, they learn by osmosis, meaning they just learn by watching you. There's no more just telling them what to do. They're just going to watch you. And that's just what it is. And and I can only speak from experience. My stepfather and I did not get along, but he was a workaholic. He took any job. It didn't matter. He was going to work. Guess what I now do? I've been a janitor before. I've been a phys ed teacher. I've been an electrician. I've been I've worked at JCPenney. Just by learning that I got to work and take care of the family, no matter what. I just learned that by osmosis, by just watching him. So that's what you have to do. You got to be the change you want to see. And then over time, things will start changing.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. So you guys heard it.
Man, you see that? You see how I bring it all together, Dan? You see? I'm smart.
Oh, Lord. You already know, man. But this is what we're talking about, man. Being the change, making sure that the culture that probably exists there doesn't stay that way, because you are going to put yourself in a position to change certain things. Again, I spent some time in the urban community at the doghouse. You know, we had some situations, Brandon, like what you said, but then your work ethic, you know, what you doing, people see you on the outside, they understand what you're trying to really do. And like I also said about what getting the kids on the same page to go and say, no, Ma, it's okay, it's all right, you know, because sometimes some people have single parent homes, and that lady or that man's trying to do too much, right? So they need some reassurance. So I get it, but you already heard it here first. Congratulations, she. You know what I mean? Big things happening around here. Got the William.
Is that part of the DM experience too?
Well, she will be in the
DM experience. You give up state championship rings for opportunity.
elevation. Elevation, big boy. That's what
Not
it's
a
like.
lot of oxygen when you get up there, right? It's hard to breathe sometimes when you get elevated.
Oh, so are you in a tougher conference? Is that the proper term for it?
So I'm just William Patterson's a Division III school right here up in Jersey. So we played Keene and Rowan and those type of schools.
College coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we talking about Division III ball, okay, right in Wayne, New Jersey. Not that much of a difference from where he has to go from work and everything like that. But you know, they are doing some different things. They have some really good guys coming back home from Division One. Gavin Rembrandt's coming out of St. Francis. You have a quarterback out of UMass that went to Barringer High School. I don't know where my brain's drawing a blank right now. Hope my peoples can come back to me and tell me. Zamar Wise, coming back home to try to work on getting that together, building William Patterson up. So again, there's some big things happening over there. And obviously they brought in Mr. Thanos himself. So obviously getting over there, you know.
Shout out Coach Sean Williams, man. He's really spearheading changing the culture by, you know, hiring some guys on the staff, bringing myself in, you know, doing the social media thing, you know, showing who's incoming to the program. And we got a new weight room there. So he's doing some good things as well. I'm just going to, you know, help him bring it home.
Yeah, big shout out Al-Rashid Benton spearheading that project with that weight room and locker room over there at William Patterson. So the facilities are being improved. The coach is getting it rolling, bringing in solid dudes. Again, this is elevation, D. That's what we're talking about, right? Trying to raise your levels. So, you know, it's just want to let everybody understand that being the change that you want to be will help solve a lot of the problems that we see, whether it's in the youth sports culture, the high school culture, whether it's in the young man, young woman, learning how to play the sport and understanding to give it her all, then, you know, you got to make sure, you know, you're showing them how it's done. But B, I already know what my time is. You got it. I can't fight it. I always try to get an hour and it never works out in my favor. Dan the man, that's the 8-year-old right there. He's next up.
Hey, this is my 3-year-old. He starts racing in. We're gonna try to put him on a track in October.
Oh, let's do it.
3-year-old baby. So Liam Beam. Hey, I appreciate you guys letting me come in here every night. Greatly appreciate it. And that culture question was tackled so well. I appreciate you guys for that. So thank you. I have to go. I know you're trying to sign out anyway, but my wife was like, you said 20 minutes. An hour and a half past.
It's him. Tell her it's him. I don't even want to
still awake. Oh, you're talking about Brandon. I'm talking about this.
Yes.
It's me. It's this guy. It's him.
Accountability, Dan.
Accountability. Extreme ownership, baby.
I'm about to
appreciate you guys.
Christmas
Thank
card.
you so much for letting me come back on the show every single time y'all have it on.
No doubt.
I've had a ton of fun talking with you guys. So
yes, sir.
In the words of
great
Ricky
evening.
Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last. Let's go get him.
That's what Ricky Bobby's dad said. He was high when he said it, I think. So.
Yes, he was.
Damn it, Ricky, I was high when I said that. All right, y'all have a good one, gents.
No
All right, now,
doubt,
peace.
man,
Bro,
no
yeah,
doubt.
man.
So again, y'all, this was another awesome show. Big things are coming up in all 4 phases. The guys that you've seen here, obviously, please tap into Dan Chamberlain and what he has going on with the coaching podcast and all the other stuff with the Chamberlain experience over there. You can also make sure you tap into Sam Sports. I know the experience, right? It's going crazy. It's tap into Sam Sports. We're doing some big things. We tap into many different networks where you can see the show or even hear the show. So I want to thank everybody that did listen in on the show. Give us some feedback. Reach out to me, man. Don Massey. I'm on all types of platforms. I'm on Instagram at DMFootball258. I'm on Facebook at Driven Minds, and I'm on Twitter or X at DMFootball258. So let me know what you like more of, what you like less of, because at the end of the day, I want to make this something where it grows and it's beneficial to not only myself and my comrades here, but also to the people that are listening. I appreciate your time. Trust and believe that Coach She got things pumping, man, right now. That's an old flyer, but I'm glad that the radio station can't hear it. So we got we got everything rolling. My engineer is just
I was trying to put the information up there where they can reach out or they can see all the stuff. I didn't know which one it was on, but yeah.
That's cool, but I knew that we had to say it for the radio listeners too.
Right.
So I got it out there. See, your mind real quick, let people know where they can find you. Got the game. Talk to them about it. Let's go.
Hey, man, be the change you want to see. That goes for the kids, the adults, anybody involved in anything that you do. Be the change you want to see. You can find me on Instagram, Coach Sheed with 3 E's. Also at ProEdge, we just got some new turf. We upgraded our facility. We got the top of the line turf there. All position work, D-line, O-line, tight end, receiver, DB, running back, QBs. We got everything. Shout out Coach Samir McDonald. He's the owner of ProEdge right here in Wayne, New Jersey. So we also got youth sports performance for the babies. All right, come holler at Coach Sheed. I'm going to get him right mentally. And then, again, no longer at DePaul Catholic, but shout out to my guys that's still there. I'm at William Patterson University, coaching the DBs there. So, you'll see me around. There's your big announcement, B. Good night.
And good luck.
So I got a question. She.
Good luck the rest of the way, She, for the girls' flag football team too. Now we got to make sure they.
Shout out my ladies, man. We got a game next week versus Hackensack. It's the last regular season game. We got to go do work. Shout out my ladies, man. Jalen Perez, Gabby Berrios, Layla Edwards. Who we got? Zion Ferguson, Gyro, Kat Franco. Who else we got? Gianna Burris. Shout out all my girls. Erin Rubinaka, Ella. We got Charlie Reese. We got Tommy. We got Danny. We got Tiana. We got Taya Ford. We got Veronica. We got Annabella. We got Gisela, Maya, Ava. We got, shout out Coach RJ. He the coach. Girls flag football. We lit. You already know. Good night.